What's up, YouTube? Another painful knife review. This one kills me. I don't even want to talk about it. So, I got sent these knives from Amazon. Super high quality. Now, I just don't like them, man. Anyway, I contacted the company. I was like, man, take me off this thing because I'm just going to talk trash about you. Remove me from this thing. I did it yesterday. They haven't responded back. So, I'm going to badmouth them. Let me grab an apple or something. Alright. Chop chop. Okay, so one thing I don't like about this thing, I don't really care for the shape of this knife. I was cutting potatoes with it this morning. But everything kind of, let me rinse it off. Everything I use on this guy, like, sticks to the knife. I just feel like, I don't know, it's got like Velcro on it or something. And so because it sticks, every slice has resistance. You know what I mean? It should just be a clean cut right through it, but I got to put some effort behind it. The other thing I don't like, it's got a nice fat handle for grip, but on a skinny cutting board, I'm whacking my fingers on the counter here. I don't like that. Another thing I noticed, I mean, on Amazon it's like, oh, razor sharp, blah, 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 blah. But they just did like an 80 grit finish on this blade. It's rough on the tip. It needs a finer sharpening aspect to it. And most people want a sharp knife out of the box. So it's baby knife right out of the box. So right there, I think you can see the color change in it. There's a gouge in the blade. So yeah, they just run it through an 80 grit belt or something like that. Go wee, 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 and hey, it's sharp. I'm done. Even the apples taste funny afterwards. No, I'm just kidding. It's a knife. Let me show you a knife I like. I love these things. They're cheap. I get them at like Sam's Club or Costco in the little chef section. And I mean, you gotta sharpen the blades up once in a while. But they got the little non-stick bumps. They're like 12 bucks. And I like the size. I like the way it chops. It just feels good. And that's kind of what we use almost for everything. For me, that's my standard, and this stuff just, I don't know, razor sharp, blah, blah, blah. Man, they're brand new. I expect twice as sharp than what I got them. I mean, I don't expect it to like shave hair, but maybe somebody liked it. Anyway, I'm dumb. So one of my pet peeves in life is things get old, rusty, broken, thrown out. It bothers me. It really does. And a lot of things I kind of boycott because I just know it's going to become obsolete. So like one of the things I boycott is DVDs, CDs, and I've done it. I used to be a DJ, and hard to believe, right? At a club and just weddings and stuff, small stuff. And as soon as I stopped being a DJ, back like, I don't know, 2001-ish, I never bought like another CD again. And anytime, you know, I saw what happened to the VCR and all that stuff, and I just knew that every 10, 15, 20, 30 years, all that stuff is obsolete. So I just wouldn't buy it. I just kind of naturally boycotted it, go without, or just deal with the radio because I'm cheap. I'll take that. But I also notice with things I buy, if I buy a laptop, it's good for about 2 years, starts slowing down. After 2 to 5 years, it's in the trash or it barely functions. My wife's Macs seem to run longer. And they go easy 5 years and then start to slow down. But anyway, these are general assessments, but you know, I think of technology and the promise, oh, it's going to save the trees. It hasn't. I bet it's created more paper, more paper printing, a lot of stuff. At least in my perspective, I'm like, man, it hasn't saved the trees. If anything, it's made more copies and more printing, and I mean, I don't know the full industrial side effect, but for what I see, I'm like, I get more mail now than I ever have. In the military, boy, you had to make a copy, they'd lose it, you make another copy, you make 10 copies because you'd be turning it in every 2 weeks and they would lose it somehow. And is it good or bad, technology? So, in many aspects, technology is neat, it's exciting, but in other aspects, like politics, the strategy's the same. You're dealing with a mindset, you're dealing with people. The only thing that's changed is the global platform in which it's delivered. And so I think a lot of people are living in a facade or a fake reality, thinking that technology is going to change the future, change things, this and that. And to a certain degree, we've had planes a long time, people still use them. We've had cars a long time, people still use them. Like, they just come out with maybe something a little faster, but we still have stoplights. So in the end, it's about the same speed, Oh, better AC or better this, seats that warm. But it's still a car. It's real basic. The technology advances are kind of interesting. But what's the lifespan of a car? Regardless of the one you buy, is it 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years? I mean, people restore stuff and keep stuff going for a long time, but I'm guessing the average cycle of a car is 10 years, regardless of who makes it. And then you get those little ones that are out there, 20 years later, 30 years later, people that have kept pushing and taking care of them, or got lucky, didn't get a lemon. But my pet peeve is that things wear out, and I hate it. I hate buying something that'll wear out. And so a lot of things that I try to put my money into, I want it to be there tomorrow, the next day. And I have a hard time spending money on something that isn't always tangible. Because I know my cell phone is good for 1 to 2 years, and then it's dead to me. Some people get them going 5, but maybe I'm harder on things, or I'm playing in the dirt and dirt wreck stuff. I see a lot of people with cracked screens, and these phones are like $400, and I'm like, man, it's crazy. So I think you get my point. So it's just sad that we love technology, but at the same time, I've noticed it just isn't lasting. And maybe it's the user, maybe it's me. But, I enjoy it the best I can. And I see my kids, they beg for stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm rolling my mind, because I'm like, man, that $100 is going to go in the trash in 2 months. Fill that trash can up every week with excess food products, all this stuff. So I just see us being very wasteful and unwise about the purchases we make. Anyway, food for thought. So, and it's tough with the social media stuff, all this stuff going on. And I've been doing this social media stuff about 6 months, and it's like a blessing and a curse. It takes a lot of time, effort to keep something running. At the same time, I'm like, it's still like a lot of it's a waste of time. It's not efficient. Like, it's not like one platform you can use. One does it all. You YouTube, all these competitors, and you almost have to play with all these competitors just to get your voice out there. And you know, what's the next big thing? Our ground floor opportunity, we just don't know. It's hit and miss. So you mess with YouTube and blogs and all this stuff, and the next day it's forgotten. It goes someplace at the bottom of the pile. And I'm not high ranking or anything by any means. I'm at the bottom of the pile most of the time. But anyway, that's my pet peeve for the day. Things wear out, things break, and I get a lot of free stuff, and half that stuff I'm like, man, a year from now, 6 months from now, and some stuff I get, I'm like, this is garbage from the get-go. And it's just going to end up in the landfill, or I'm going to give it away to somebody that maybe can use it. Like the knife set I got today. I don't want it. Who wants it? Who wants it? You can have it. So, yeah, I'm just going to give it away to somebody, and they can sharpen it, and it might be good for them. Just not my style. Put your focus in something that lasts, your family, maybe a product that will last long time. Maybe you need a shovel. Maybe you need a boomstick. Those things last a while. Take care. Bye.